So, hello and welcome to Battlerealms, which is one of the best strategy games I've ever played. Sadly, it's fairly unknown. And to show it off to you, we're gonna play a new game and gonna do Kenji's Journey. Enjoy!
I am Kenji of the Serpent clan, and my ancestor broke the world. The Horde was destroying everything in its path, so he gathered the clan and fled south, saving what little he could. Tarrant died without knowing what his choice to stay behind truly meant. He didn't know that the Horde would be only the first of many enemies to plague the Serpent clan. He couldn't know that without the orb's power to guide them, his descendants would be weak and wicked. Did he ever truly have a choice?
Run! Shinja's men are coming!
You're no villager. Kill your share of peasants and I'll find you a place in Shinja's band. Yeah!
I hadn't yet decided what I would do once I had returned, but circumstances had conspired to force a choice upon me. Should I protect these helpless villagers by attacking the bandits? Or should I help these bandits keep these peasants in their place? No doubt, my actions here will dictate the future of the land.
Left-click me to select me.
After
After I am selected, right-click on the ground.
Yeah, we have a little tutorial here.
Alternatively, right-click on an enemy, and I will attack. Left-click something else if you want to deselect me.
Face your master!
And yeah, as you see, we're killing the peasants. These peasants need to learn their place and serve as an example to others that might rebel. If I kill them all and survive the encounter, the Serpent clan will live on.
Forward!
That is because I want to play as the Serpent instead of the Dragon clan.
Over there. Agreed. Charge!
You're Kenji, the Serpent's son.
Slate Serpent.
Look! It's Kenji!
The Serpent is dead.
And you are his heir. If you say the word, we're yours. Shinja is no leader. He squanders my men against Otomo's peasant rebels.
Shinja and Otomo fight each other? Why do my father's lapdogs tear at the scraps of his empire?
The clan has fallen far since the Serpent's time. They need a firm hand to guide them. Please, Lord, let me show you how easy it would be to take it back. Shinja has ruled these 3 provinces since your father's death. With his army of horsemen, he controls Hilltop Village. Otomo and his band of hired archers have set up camp here. He cowers deep in the forest, afraid to attack. Strike now and let the people know the Serpent has returned.
Yeah, and we are gonna defeat Otomo's hired archers as our first goal, instead of attacking their base directly. Yeah, poor Otomo. Fighting is never-ending battle for what is right. Well, that ends today. If we defeat all of his hired mercenaries and confront him, surely he will join me and help rebuild the Serpent Empire. Slaughtering these weaklings should be amusing, but I mustn't get carried away and lose my life.
Yes.
Yeah, the game will
Come
probably
here.
teleport.
I'm gonna tell you
Yeah,
how
tutorial.
to start building your empire. This is Sperry, one of those puny peasants we snagged on the way here. Select him. The icons at the bottom of the screen show you what you can build. You can only build a peasant hut right now. The others can't be built yet. Also, keep in mind that you can only build on flat terrain. Select the peasant hut, then right-click where you want the peasant to build it. Remember, left-click selects and right-click performs actions. Hey, look, a new peasant. Let's have this one get us some food. Here's some rice.
Yeah, the core resources, rice and water.
Of course, sir.
So yeah, peasant hut automatically produce peasants. And these peasants then need to be sent into their respective training buildings in order to get better units. As this is the very first mission, we can only train bandits in the tavern, nothing else. Which is a very good swordsman. Sorry, and not bandits, we can only train swordsmen. Bandit is this unit. You can see here, like, they've got different strengths and weaknesses. For example, your bandit, damage class piercing, resist cutting, piercing explosive damage, and weak against magical damage. So in order to be successful in the game, you gotta mix your units in a way that you can effectively destroy the enemy.
Yes.
And counter what their army composition is. Later on, there will also be upgrade buildings that become part of the game, where you can equip your guys with specific gears.
Yes.
So, for example, a swordsman can later on get a glass sword that lets him instantly kill some units. The bandit can get, I think, stealth and also something else. I think poison arrows or something. I don't fully remember. But yeah. And for example, you later on have units like a cannoneer that can place mines. So the units will become quite interesting. Or Ronin Samurai can get like yin blades.
Yes. Alright.
So gears are like the core feature of the game. And let's explore a little bit. See.
Yes.
Most likely I have the base over there. Of course, you will need rice in order to be successful. Yep. Oh, there's a few
I
wolves.
seek the
And we can see here, like, this unit being injured, they can't run anymore. But all the units passively heal when they just stay around.
On my way.
So, with time, this guy can be useful again. And you can also research upgrades here that you can research for yin points, and you get yin points by fighting. And the further away from your base you fight, the more yin points you get. So that is like the game's way to ensure that turtling doesn't make you win the game.
Alright.
For the Serpents.
Yes.
Let's fight another wolf there.
For the
I don't know if you can manage it.
As you say.
Let's see. Ah, here we are.
Some skulls.
Attack!
Yeah, these are Kabuki warriors.
I am done.
Charge!
And they're up there on the tower.
Yes.
Yeah, towers can't fire at units that are directly below them. But I guess that our poor
Serpent
swordsman here
command.
might not get out of range in time.
On my way.
Here, stand ground, so you can slowly heal. And let's research Drunken Revelry. Improve the damage that they do. And the bandit here can also like loot corpses. And get some resources for us by doing so.
Crush them.
And obviously these units here do barely any damage against buildings.
As you say.
Of course they're just smacking at them with their swords. Later units will do way more damage, like cavaliers for example.
I hunt.
Victory.
So with that, we've
Yes.
taken out the first base, and I think there's another one over here. If I'm not mistaken. Ah,
All right.
there's some units hiding in here. They're showing now the hidden units because we've destroyed
Yes.
all of their buildings.
All right. All right. Yes. I seek the enemy.
On my way.
And then the last
Yes.
ones are
I
over here.
hunt.
As you say. On my way.
Interesting that these crossbowmen are just completely black. Looks like a little graphical glitch.
Death to our enemies.
Kenji, is that you?
It's been a long time, Atomo.
You've grown up.
Why are you attacking Shinja's men?
He abuses your father's people. His tax collectors take everything that's not nailed
The
down.
peasants of the southern
and
provinces should obey him. He is captain of the Serpent Guard.
Since your father's death, the clan has fallen apart.
So you rebelled.
Only to save the
Your
peasants from...
whimpering sickens me. Lead me to Shinja, and I will try to forget this nauseating conversation.
As you command.
Yeah. Kenji is not really nice in this path. So, a good general always has an escape route ready, and Shinja is certainly a good general. Fortunately, we've cornered him here. If we tear down his keep, defeat him in combat, and I'm alive after it all, he will have no choice but to join me or die.
All right. For
We're
the
gonna build our
Serpents.
base over here. There's plenty of rice.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let's have some fun.
As rice regenerates over time naturally. But you can also speed it up by watering rice fields.
Yes, my
Which
lord.
is like one of the core things about how you can gain an economic advantage in resources.
Serpent.
And also the more peasant huts you have, the faster you generate peasants. Peasants can also fight, but they are really, really weak units. Ah, there's barely any space over here. Ah, is there a... Why can't we build
Alright.
over there? Is there someone else?
Yes, my lord.
No, there isn't.
With great haste.
There's also horses in this game that you can
Yes.
tame in order to get an advantage. Modded units fight better. There's just a few units that, for example, ignore the benefit. For example, spearmen, logically. But spearmen don't get a bonus attack against horses, so there's never anything negative about getting on a horse.
Moving, Master. Yes, sir.
And now the interesting thing is, if we would send a swordsman into a sharpshooter's guild, you get a bandit. But if you, for example, only put a dude in here, you only get a crossbowman.
Yes, my lord.
So
Great haste.
by putting your units in
Moving,
different
Master.
combinations of buildings, you get different units.
Let's break some heads.
So for example, if you would later on have like an alchemist guild, you can get musketeers if you send them in there. And if you, for example, put them in the tavern, they become a raider who uses torches
Yes, my lord.
in order to set buildings ablaze and so on.
Moving, Master.
And if you would, for example, send a musketeer into a sharpshooters guild, he becomes a cannoneer. If you then send a cannoneer, for example, into the swordsman guild in a tavern, then you get a Ronin samurai, which is the strongest unit and the most expensive for my faction, but not necessarily the best due to different weaknesses.
With great haste.
But in this case, I will just spam bandits. Due to our enemy mostly using swordsmen. And bandits are just resistance against blades, so that's the best unit for this task. Especially once you have poison weapons, they are crazy strong.
Let's crack some skulls.
For the serpent.
Let's see, is someone over here?
For the serpent.
There's no base over here.
Let's wreak some havoc.
I want to see what our enemy is.
Yes. All right.
Oh, there's a hut.
Village!
Attack!
Let's crack some skulls.
I just got a sort of peasant hut here.
I hunt.
For the serpent.
I don't know what's with these graphical glitches here. But that's simply the issue with it being an old game. Even though this is a re-released version. Yeah, the tower uses this ability.
Attack!
We allowed it to stun us.
Crush them. Let's break some heads.
But we're gonna very quickly cut it down.
Master.
So cold. Die.
And also the death animations and so on for units are different depending on what they are getting killed by.
For the clan!
And like the different colors of these attack buttons, like bronze means yeah, the unit is not effective against it. To be to be expected. Just cutting at a building, as I said. The gold, for example, means that it's very effective against that.
For the serpent.
I hunt.
Charge!
Yeah. These units don't stand a chance. I will wait for us to recover some stamina. And also to reinforce our position. So it is heavily combat focused.
All right.
For the serpent. For the serpent.
Yes. Yes.
I just activated one of Otomo's abilities here. That gives all of our units a temporary damage boost. Very useful to turn the tide.
I seek the
And
enemy.
here we know Jinja's castle that we gotta destroy. And here's Jinja.
Let's break some heads.
Yeah, he's tough, but not tough enough.
Submit, or I'll take your head.
As you wish.
You know who I am. Why did you keep fighting?
You take weaklings under your wing.
Show respect.
To you? Never.
You were both serpent men. Now you're both mine. Or you're both dead.
As I serve the Father, so shall I serve the Son.
You were charged with protecting Terran's orb. Where is it?
At the Swan's Pool.
You gave the sacred orb to the geisha?
Not me, the Serpent.
Curse that wretched old man!
Even after your father's death, the geisha were thought untouchable. The orb may still be safe.
The serpent was a fool. The Lotus were always jealous of the orb's power. The old taboos won't last much longer. We must move quickly. The Swan's Pool is here, to the north. The most direct route is straight through Riverside.
You can't trust the townsfolk. They're mercenary scum who serve the highest bidder.
We'd be better off going west, crossing the river here. There's a Wolf Clan shanty town on the other side.
But a few well-trained soldiers could easily clear away that rabble.
Don't listen to him, Lord. This way is the safest.
The Lotus Clan's lands are far to the east, but they have built an outpost here.
One of their vile wizards has enslaved the local peasants with his dark magics.
The villagers know the land well and would be valuable allies.
Yeah. And we're all gonna fight the Wolf Clan.
If we hurry, we might take them unprepared.
And now we have stables as a mechanic. I used to respect the Wolf Clan, but now they're starting to annoy me. If we destroy the town and kill all of them, they should think twice before interfering with the Serpent Clan again. It's imperative that I stay alive if we reclaim the orb from the geisha. But for now, I will see you in the next video.